And I got to ask you, Sonny, do you know a Japanese wrestler by the name of Sho Tanaka?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a great story. What a great young man. So when Stephan Bonnar had his first MMA fight, which I booked him for, I was broadcasting for House of Glory in New York City for their big
Sure.
summer show. The match was supposed to be against Matt Riddle. And Bonnar and I went to the city together and shared a room together in Queens when with that fight, because it was right at New York City Arena. And Matt Riddle had nothing on his social media, and Bonnar was the marquee guy along with Forrest Griffin from Ultimate Fighter, and Riddle was kind of a guy that had been on Ultimate Fighter, but that not many fans knew. This was before he went WWE, and Bonnar says to me, he goes, I don't think this guy's going to do this match because he hasn't written anything. You normally when you got a big match like that, you promote it, right?
Right.
So we're at the hotel the day of the match, and it was before we went over to the arena. It was in the afternoon, and what do you know? We get a call from the promoter. Matt Riddle backed out. He literally had a booking the next day that he wrestled on. He said he was feeling sick or something, but he literally wrestled the next day. So I took the opportunity when I was calling the match to say that Riddle got a case of the pussyitis. And Sho Tanaka stepped up to have that match with Bonnar last minute, speaking almost no English. And I remember we were in the back with Bret Hart, who was the special autograph signing guest.
Sure.
And I remember Bonnar and I were telling Bret, and the guys, they just went out and wrestled, and they had a hell of a match. And that's really what pro wrestling is. They couldn't really talk to each other or communicate. It was Bonnar's first pro wrestling match. He'd been training with Disco, with Glenn Gilberti in Vegas. And and I've got to give it to Sho Tanaka. I know Sho had some MMA fights in Japan too. He had some pro wrestling matches against Kazushi Sakuraba, the legend. And this young man was a professional. He was awesome. And as Japanese wrestlers, Sonny, as you know, Japanese wrestlers often are great professionals.
Yeah, and what people don't realize about Japanese professional wrestler, from back in the day of Masa Saito, who was Olympian, 1964 Olympian for Japan.
Absolutely.
Their lineage, they're almost all Yuji Nagata as well, right? All those guys, a lot of those guys are shooters. They're for real. They come from amateur background.